All right. Let's see. Mic check. Check. Looks like it works. All right. Howdy, everybody. Wonderful evening to you. Starting a little late this evening, but better late than never, I guess. Gonna be doing something a little bit different tonight. First off, I jacked with all of my sound settings today, so if things don't sound right, please let me know. However, yeah, I think we're okay now. Yeah, so it's, what is it, Friday? It is Friday. It's Friday. Friday the 2nd? Yep, Friday. Yeah, Friday. So, like I said, Friday, new side project Friday, because that lines up well. So tonight, I am going to be working on something a little bit different than normal. Well, yeah, it is something that's a little bit different than normal. It's going to be some programming. Well, maybe not tonight. There might be a little bit tonight. We'll see. I'm working on trying to set up and build, what do you want to say? Kind of like a common or generic, I don't want to use the word framework, to build and deploy or to run game servers. Now that part's kind of not really, there's not much to it. I mean, game servers are game servers, we'll figure them out. But what I want to do is, on top of that notion of having kind of a generic way to start a game server, I also want to be able to, I'm going to write a little front end that kind of wraps around that piece so that it's easy to do things like make modifications, or do some custom configurations of those games, and just make it so it looks like it's like a central point for managing them. One of the things I've noticed, hosting a few game servers and running a few of them, is sometimes if you have, each game's different and they're kind of a pain in the butt to go from one to the other. It's like, oh, you've hosted a game server before? Like, oh yeah, I've done that. Like, oh great, cool, can you do this one? It's like, oh, well, maybe not. Because they're all just a little bit different and they're kind of a pain. So what I want to do is kind of try to make something that fixes that, I guess. The idea in my mind is I want it to be an app that is, I think I want it to be a web app. So if you have like a dedicated game server, you can fire it up this interface, and it gives you something you can connect to very easily remotely without having the remote desktop in or whatever it needs to be. And then running the specific games, I think I want to have the app be able to spin up and create and start Docker containers on a machine. So you'll install Docker, install this app, and then they'll just work. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I played around with it a little bit today, and I think it's something that's going to work. So I want to kind of got that momentum going. I want to spend a little time and see if we can make it work. So we're gonna give it a go. I did start with a little research. I found that Steam CMD, which most of the games I'm thinking about this in particular are Steam games, they have a Docker configuration where that you can use to create, well, you can use Docker to use as Docker CMD to download and install the game, which actually works pretty slick. And so I want to use that. I think I'm going to use their, at least to begin with, their base image as my starting point to build my containers. And then we're going to kind of work from there, I think. And so the goal, at least for tonight, is to develop some notes. So moving forward, I know what I can do. And also be able to make it so it's more repeatable, so I can start working on maybe building that app front end for it. And I've got a few ideas. I think to start off with, I've got a to-do list thing now that I'm gonna use tonight, which is gonna be a little exciting. Which, you know, you would think that I could make this a little bit easier to do. Oh, it's not working right. It looks like it's on my stream page, which is good enough for me. All right, so what are we gonna work on first? What's the first thing we're gonna do? I need to add task. Let's see. I've already downloaded the base template or the base container. I want to because I have that. Okay, well, all right. I need to download example game server. That's cool that it's loading it, that it's responding twice. That's so much fun. I love it. Yeah, I guess it works on, it's working there. So then from there, I'm going to I want to configure new Docker image. Is that the word? Is that the right term? Image, Docker image, or no, the Docker container to start the game server. Make sure the game server works. Can log into game. And then let's see, then we'll do that, and then I think well, I'll just add it because document the what I need. The process or the steps, and then we'll say start or create project to build the front end. All right, so let's see. I was playing around with earlier with Valheim because it's a game I have, and it's it's on my list of relatively simple games to start with. That you can't see, and I can't make it bigger. Oh, scroll down though. I'm skipping out on doing Space Engineers to start with because that's a Windows one, and right now I'm going to focus on ones that run on a Linux container because that's kind of the native starting point. So let's do that. Let me find my terminal window. I'm in the right folder, right? I'm on that's a command prompt. Go. So I'm gonna make a directory. We'll call it Valheim. That's how you spell it. I have some notes from when I did it earlier. Yeah, EIM. And I want to go into that directory. And so now to download it, and this comes from straight from the Docker CMD. These examples right here. So I'm in that folder. So I'm going to say Docker run IT for interactive, mount a volume. How do I use use PowerShell variable in Docker run? I was trying this earlier and it wasn't working right, so I just kind of bypassed it. Put it in quotes. Yeah, okay, let's try it. Because before I was having some issues getting it to work right. So I say quote lame sauce, there we go. Alright, so quote $sign. What was it? It's PWD. That's the path. So if I say PWD, I wonder if that's gonna work. I have concerns that that's not gonna work. I put friends back around it, and then I say data. Let's see, I got it copied here. It's Steam CMD, Steam CMD, latest. Now the Steam commands are force install. Force install directory. I'm like, I knew I had to change this because their command actually has it in the wrong order, and it doesn't work right there. Log in, ANONYMOUS /data app update. What's Valheim? And then quit. So now this should start the container. All right, it's running Steam CMD. It should be downloading the game. Yeah, so it's doing the download. All right, that's working. Sweet, that actually worked perfectly. I need to find ba-da-bum. Let's see. How do I want to document this? Well, I'll just put it in yet another notepad. Oh, that was odd. My watch told me I got my move goal, which is cool, but it sounded wrong. Okay, download the game into the current directory. All right, so now Valheim is there. So let's get this command. Let's see. Here, the game is Valheim. 896660. So now I need to update my Docker file, which this is one that I modified earlier. Do I want to put it in? I don't want to put it in this folder. Well, for now, I'll just do this. Let's just open this folder. Yep, I trust it. Yes, trust it. Right, so here I run the start server. So this I downloaded straight from the Steam CMD, and then I just modified these 3 lines to start bash and to run the start server command. So now this Docker file needs to create a new container. So I need to take this and we'll delete that. I need to back up one. And I'm going to say, actually, what we're going to do first, we're going to modify it. I'm not going to run the command. I'm going to just start bash in the data folder. And I'm doing that so we can play around with it. I'm going to say docker build, tag it so I know what it is. We're going to call this one Valheim. We'll call it test server, this directory. So that should be building a new image, which goes really quickly because I didn't hardly modify anything. So now I need to say docker run interactive. The volume is going to be, what did I have before? Working directory. This one is going to be $, $pwd. Valheim to data. Now it's going to be my image. Well, first I need to forward the ports. So port, oops, 24. What are the Steam ports? 24, 56, and 57. /2457 /UDP Valheim test server. And I can see. Oh, no, I can't, not yet. Okay, so I'm going to run it interactive. Oh, I also want to run it. I want to remove the --rm to remove the container once it's done, because I don't want the container to be lingering. So run interactive, mount the volume, which hopefully is right, data 2456 to 2457, UDP test server. That's my image. Well, what the hell's up with this? What? Do I do /? Nope. CDWD. Okay, PowerShell, PWD, add folder to path. Add folder path. All one word is fine. PowerShell build directory path from current folder with pwd. Get location, which is also pwd. Split path. Okay, so that's the same thing. Okay, so combine path, PowerShell, join path. I think that's what I need to do. Let's do join path. Example, join path. And then it's dash path, dash child path. Child path. I think it, oh yeah, it worked. It kicked me into there. And if I pull up Docker, which I have over here, I can see that my test server is running. That's what I wanted to see. So here I should see, yeah. So now I can start server.sh, which should spin up the Valheim server. Well, that's working. I've got finished download the game server. And I've configured a new Docker container. That all works. Let's see, is it done? Oh, it's gonna have a dumb name. All right, let's fire up Valheim while it's loading. Oh, it's using crossplay, which I think I had problems with. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Smaller, please. Holy mackerel, that's loud. All right, start game, join game. Connect to my local host, see if it loads. I think I had to change so it wasn't crossplay. Connecting. I think it's gonna boot me out. Yeah, so let's go. No, regular start server. So let's just comment that out. Stopping the threads. Almost there. Whoa. Nope. Nope. Let's get rid of that. Go. Ain't nobody want to hear that. Failed to connect. All right, well, what failed to connect? So the server is starting up correctly, at least it appears to be. I'll go back and look at my Docker command. Nope, that's not it. No, Docker run rm it v Valheim data port, and I say /udp 2456 and 2457. Those are the ports that are exposed. 2456, 2457. I'm using the port. Okay, what is happening here? There we go. I had to mute the game. Valheim test server. RM, ITV, those ports. Let's look at this thing. Oh, those port mappings are wrong. Oh, yeah, I screwed that up. Okay. I screwed up the command. Go me. Let's see, I gotta exit the container. Now I'm back here and I want to say 2456, 2457, but I have to put a colon here to show, so the left side is what's exposed on my local machine to 2457. And if that's correct, I'm gonna just paste it there for right now. Start server. It's gonna work this time. Guaranteed. All right, start game. Here we go. Join game. Loading, 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 loading. Boop 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 boop. What's the default password? I didn't check that. Secret. Good password. Good password. Done yet? CNET started. Game server connected. There we go. Think it prompts you after it hits loading. Is that right? Password. Secret. I'm being spied on. You're watching me. And then it feels like somebody's watching me. I have arrived. Hi, Steph. All right, sweet, it works. So, oh, did I want to do that? Yeah, I did. All right, so let's cancel that. Now exit. And now the Docker file is going to say start server. And I'll get rid of that. And do you want to install Docker extension? Sure. Nope. So now we've got that. I need to rebuild that image now. We're going to call this one the run server. Now the modification is adding that extra little bit. Docker build -t Valheim run server, which is that. Now I'm going to do it's not going to be the test server, it's going to be the run server. And now I don't want it to be interactive, I want it to run detached. Let's just copy that. I'm 110% confident that's going to be right. Run it. Oh. Docker PS. Valheim run server. See it's running there. I can see it here. Got the right port numbers. Need to fire up Valheim again because I, quit the game. Connecting. Failed to connect. Well, what was I going too fast? Too fast for things? Let's come over here to this one. Laughing Newton. Failed to place. Oh yeah, no, it's still starting up. Game server connected. Just too fast. Do. Password. It's a secret. New peer connected. Oh, heck yeah. All right. Good old Laughing Newton. Okay. So let's quit that. Put the game there now. Take this guy and put it back here. Actually, how do you stop a detached image? Docker stop running container. Enter the Docker stop command with the container ID in the command line. LAUGHING Newton. All right, so now it's off. All right, it's dead. So now for my interface, I think it's going to be, you'll create a directory. All right, we're gonna start this from the beginning now, how it's gonna work. Create a folder. I'm gonna call it my game server root. So now each game will have a folder. Say new folder, Valheim, and then parens the game name, which in this case is oops. And then inside of here, I'll create a folder called server. And then this is where the Docker file will go. And we're going to call it Docker file Valheim. So now, game server root, Valheim, the server has nothing, and then I have this. So now the first step will be, okay, so start in game server root, create directory for game server to install, create a server folder, load up game server Docker file. Happy birthday. Using Steam CMD container, install all the game files. Create new server runtime container and start server runtime container. Excellent. Oh, I actually have task done 3. So those are the steps that I'll need to run. This will be created at setup. Game name with Steam ID in parens. CD my game server root. So now I'm in the server. Now I will run, download the game. Well, actually, if you want to test, you can come. You could test the Valheim server. Sort of. I guess I don't have port forwarding set up to get to the right computer. I have to go modify my port forwarding rules. All right, so that installed the game. Oh, bugger. Go back out one. Docker build -t Valheim run server Docker file Valheim. Unable to prepare context path not found. How do I provide Docker build provide Docker file name? Docker build -f. What Docker build requires? -f -t Valheim run server. Docker build x build requires exactly one argument. Or with tag Docker build. Oh, I still have to put the dot at the end? No. There it is. Whatever. Alright. Put this one down here. So now why am I doing that? Just go like this. So I'm passing it current path, join path. Now I need to change that to be server. All right, so now server is on. The infallible Kirch, Kirchy, goo. Do. Do. Still not there yet, but we're close. Very close. Failed to place all of the tar pits. There we go. Connect. Whoa, bounce. Let's go. Oh, failed to connect. Boo. Oh, I know. It's that stupid. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Stop. Infallible courage. How do I get the crossplay to work? Crossplay can't connect. Don't get why users can't just type in an IP address. That's what I've got here, right? Start server. Because if I take that out, it just works. Terminal. Docker. Really needing to brush up my Docker commands because I suck at them. Docker rolling log. You running new terminal output. Any console output from Docker container. It's just Docker logs. Okay, logs. Docker logs. 3F78AB. Let's try the first ones. 0EA67. Continuous? Follow. Game server connected. There we go. Join game, localhost, connecting. Enter password. All right, now it's working again. Hooray! Ooh, I must have skilled up by jumping. All right, so we close that. Server's still running. Sweet. All right, so it works. Let's take a look at something here. All right, so that works. That actually works pretty well. So if now the only thing that's a little unusual. So I create the server game, I load up the game server Docker file, install the game files. Need to possibly modify the start script. Valheim does. Well, I can get rid of that stupid thing, but I can easily do a find and replace on that file. That would be easy enough to do. More notes. Find and replace on the start script. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. Stop. Okay. So that seems like it's pretty stable. So now what do we do? I mean, things look like it's running pretty well. It's not laggy at all. I mean, granted, it's on the same computer I'm on. Let's take a look here at the resource utilization. CPU percentage says it's 53%. Is that 53% of the VM? Because I'm using 50% of no, 45. No, again, very few of those are even related to Docker, so. It must be images. Oh, settings are up here. Resources, I'm using Windows subsystem for Linux backend, so resource limits are managed by Windows. You can configure the limits on memory, CPU, and swap size allocated in the WSL config file. Disk image location. Okay, so it's using 52% of the server's memory, the VM that's running the container. Okay. Well, I think that worked pretty well. I'm going to try it. Do I want to try it? Well, we'll just keep running with this. I'm going to start working on the front end. So let's go Docker stop suspicious. No, sir. All right, let's do. .NET, what version do I have? Version 7. New. I think I want an ASP.NET Core web app. In here. .NET new web app. All right, let's see what we got. I think I want it to be an MVC app just because that's what I'm more familiar with, and I don't think that's what I got. I did not. Oop. No, don't save. Let's delete all that. .NET new MVC. That's what I want. All right, so we're going to start with what am we going to start with? Well, let's just run it. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know what a .NET Core project comes with anymore, like what it starts with. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, install the SSL certificate. That's fine. This is fine. I know. Why didn't it run? Why didn't it install that certificate? Maybe it did. Huh. Expires in 2024. All right, that's going to be super frustrating if I can't get that to work. Let's see, how do I... trust ASP.NET or Visual ASP.NET Core SSL certificate Visual Studio. How to force Visual Studio to recreate. The secrets.json file. We'll just switch it to HTTP. Done. Welcome. Learn about building apps, home, privacy. There's nothing here. I kind of like that. All right, let's see what I've got. 4 packages installed. Okay, almost nothing. I like that. I like that. It does have Bootstrap. Let's go look and see what's in lib, Bootstrap, distribution, CSS, Bootstrap. All right, so we're using Bootstrap 5. Let's go download. Let's go pirate a Bootstrap template. Five examples. Browse the themes. $50. I ain't paying money for a theme. Screw that noise. It's actually going to download something. I don't want to do that either. Oh, I just want to view them all. I'll take this one, I think. Got a sidebar. Got some center space. we're going to what's the header? Maybe I do want to go download those examples. Bootstrap examples. There we go. Now I can steal the codes. All right, header. Let's take all of these. Take it off to the side. Okay, this header, I'm going to comment it out. And then we're going to have container fluid. Let's run it, see what that looks like. Okay, so it's got all that stuff still there. Let's see. Dark. Now make it mine Bitcoin. Sure. I can make it use up your CPU like it's mining Bitcoin. Does that count? Can't see what I'm looking for. Oh, right there. Sign out. Manager nerd. Okay, so I want to start with we're going to create a page. All right, so what's the first thing I do? All right, root folder. So on the controller, home controller, review model, we are going to need to have, you know what, we'll probably just do the whole thing right now in this home index page. We'll just get rid of this. neck hurts. Cash. I need. How do you put in? I have view. Oh, view data. I forgot that that's changed. It's not called a view bag anymore. Do I want it to be a file picker? ASP.NET Core MVC pick path to text box, maybe? The web application, you cannot get to your system folder paths. That's BS. So that's JavaScript? Yeah, script. Nah, I don't want that either. Text field and yeah. It's still HTML text box 4, and then I pass it a model. Okay. So that hasn't changed. Do need to create a model. So we'll create a new. We'll do a model. Add a new. Class. There it is. All right, we're gonna call this one. All right, so we got a public class. We're gonna say public string, server path. I'm gonna have a public void. Or we'll start off with void check server path. Check to see if the folder in the server path exists. If it doesn't, create it. A non-nullable path must contain a non-nullable path that's constructed. All right. Folder. Oh. Let's include a library system.io. Imports system.io. And it's import, not imports. No, it is include. Nope. What is happening? Why isn't it being happy about that? Include. Or it's using. Jesus, I'm dumb. System.io. There we go. That checks for whether a specific file exists. I thought there was a folder attribute. check if folder exists. C#. Oh, it's because it's called a directory. Directory dot exists server path. If not, create the directory. Actually, first thing they need to do, if server path does not equal null, or server path does not equal empty string. Directory dot create directory server path. Server path may be null here. No, it won't, because I'm checking for that. All right, so this is the Valheim model. So now I'm gonna have public void download game content. Make this private because I will just run it here. We'll say check server path, and then what's the folder path? So I create the root path. Oh, wrong one. So now I will create const string game private game root folder Valheim. Make that and then it's gonna have server and Docker file inside it. If directory.exists path combine server path game root folder if it doesn't exist, then create directory and then after that I say if not directory.exists path.combine server path game root folder path server. Oh wait, no. Then create path.combine server root path game path and server. So now I need to start a process to kick off the Docker download of the game. So I can create a process do I start with I should start a PowerShell process. PowerShell is equal to a new process well, how do you do that? I haven't done that in a while. Start new process. C#. Process.start. Oh, maybe I don't create, just do it. Okay. Examples. Examples, here we go. Process.start path. Okay, so I want to process.start PowerShell command C#. Running a PowerShell script. Process.start info redirect standard output. So that's run. I don't want it to be a script. I want it to just be a straight up command. So I need to know how you pass the parameters in. Run as, so I say PowerShell, and then I have arguments, which is going to be just a string. And I say start process, and I create a process info. Okay. All right, that's useful. Okay. Our process info is equal to new process start info. Verb. I don't need that one. Load user profile, file name, PowerShell.exe, arguments, ping google.com, redirect standard output is going to be equal to false, I think. Oops, not that. Use shell execute true, I think, and create no new window is equal to false. And now var p is equal to process.start process info. Oh, this one is going to pull it out of there. I don't know if I want it to do that or not. Load user profile gets or sets. This call site is reachable on all platforms. Oh, it's not reachable. That's fine. I want that to actually pop up a PowerShell window because I want you to see it when it's running. Let's break this out for now. Close that and close that one. All right, let's create a controller. Add a controller with read-write actions. See what it looks like. Wait, no. I wanted to create my views, but I don't have Entity Framework. MVC controller with read actions. A view. Do I need this? I don't know if I need to do that now or not. Let's start by just deleting that for now. No, not the model. No, the controller. We're going to sit here on the home page. And we're going to test something. Let's see, I need a new action. How do you create a custom action in an ASP.NET Core page? MVC, custom action or custom button click action or event controller. I don't know. I'm floundering around in the dark a little bit. How to invoke an action by clicking a button. That's pretty much what I want. Why would you do that in JavaScript? I know I can do an action button that way. I don't know. Yeah. Controller methods and views in ASP.NET Core. Oh, this is Core 8. I'm on 7. That's still a different way than I'm familiar with doing it. All right, let's read it then, I guess. That's actually cleaner than what I'm familiar with, so we'll run with it. So we're going to create a public iAction result. The action name is going to be called test. And we're just going to return view after I'm done. And I will put something here called ASP action. Test. ASP route. ID. I don't need that. I don't need a that's the action. It's gonna be called test me. And here, I'm just gonna put a breakpoint, run the page. See if it works. Test me, works, beautiful. The view test was not found, that's fine. I'll actually return the view by name. I believe I just type in the string, yep. Index. Let's test it again real quick. Real quick's like, ugh, every time. Okay. Excellent. So now for testing, I'm going to create a Valheim model. Model dot server path is going to be equal to, let's pick a path, E Docker test root. Actually, I'm not even gonna put it there. / Docker test root model dot. Oh, nope. Download game content. Oh, look at that, it pings. It didn't actually create it, but that did exactly what I wanted it to do. Let's go like this, close. All right. So, first thing I do is I will run okay, we're gonna start PowerShell. And I want to let's do, oops, so -t, that continuous, I think. It is, but I need it to do $pwd, do 2 commands. Go. Bring the window back over. Test me. Oh, it actually didn't do it. Right, output pwd. Restart, try again. Isn't that how you do it? Multiple PowerShell commands on one line. No, it's not that one. This one. Multiple PowerShell commands on one line. Use a semicolon to chain commands in PowerShell. That's what I thought. Let's just write get location. And what is it? Read input. Oh, no, it's the wrong terminal window. Is there What fields are there? Working directory is equal to server path. That's what I want. Now I can paste in this command. Let's pull up my notes. Now it's gonna be time for the moment of truth. The moment of truth. Oh, it didn't do anything. Create a test route in Valheim and server. Oh, I don't have my path in the right spot. For one thing. Gotta be path.combine. Stupid path. Oh, no, it doesn't need two parens. Oh, shit, two path combines. I am dumb. Something's not working right, and I don't know how to get it to pause. Create no new window. Do shell execution. What does that do? Gets or sets a value. Redirect standard output. Do 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 do. I feel like I looked this up and I thought I kept it open. Apparently I didn't. Process.start. Process.start PowerShell command. Make it do the things. So redirecting standard output, I can do that. Okay, so let's do that. So true. And then I can say process.start, and I can say string s is equal to this. P.standard output read to end. Actually, maybe int equals 9. Start. Oh, int I. Use shell execute equal to false. There's no output. What? minutes ago. Well, that's not it. Hmm. Let's look at P. Can I quick watch P? Yeah, I think I can. Mm-hmm. Standard output read to end. Length is what? Oh. It's at the end of the string. Huh. Alright, let's put that one there. Let's get rid of this one. Let's restart. Test. So there, we got that. Now let's go P. Watch. Standard output. End of stream is true. False. Create no new window. True, the process should be started without creating a new window, otherwise it is false. True. Oh, restart. Restart. Ricola. Egad, I wish I could just catch that. Because it sure ain't doing anything. True, Valheim server, so that's the right path. Guess I could try that. Let's try doing that. We're gonna say PowerShell.exe and then just paste all that in. I may have tried to create a Steam Apps folder. Oops. So, yeah, that just worked. So, PowerShell.exe. PowerShell.exe. Docker run. start PowerShell process C# with arguments doesn't work. You need to read output streams. A bad character in the argument. If I change those to single quotes, maybe. Let's get rid of that. Ugh, I feel like it's legitimately trying to give me a useful message and I don't know how to capture it. Oh, maybe because I'm not waiting for it. P dot wait for exit. Since it's a web page, it's killing that thread. Maybe that's the problem. Nope. I do that. Is that gonna let it work? Well, what in the hell is happening here? Well, let's try the other command. I have it over here, the one where I ran to... No, we don't have that one. It's docker pull steam cmd latest. I feel like I'm very close to being able to catch it doing that. Notepad. Nope, I didn't catch it. Save. It looks like it's working there. So let's put... Oops. Let's restart that. I feel like it should be working right. And maybe I change this to be, let's do our server path is equal to this. Server path. We can get rid of that, I believe. Like this. didn't need to restart it. That time I saw an error message. Is unable to find image locally. Unable to find image. Let's just open an image editor. Let's back that up. Save. If you're just doing print screen, that's the way to catch it. Oh, I missed it that time. Oh, let's run it again. Nothing. Not fast enough. We're too fast that time. Docker error response from daemon create. Invalid characters for each volume. Oh, okay. So, okay. That's what I was expecting. So I can't run that because that's PowerShell. All right, let's back restore these. Restart this. So now that's trying to do, okay, something weird there. Let's just do this. Server path. So now the process info. Arguments is that. Map update 8.6. Okay. Process object must have the use shall execute property set to false in order to use. What? Unable to find that image locally. Well, let's just change this to be a dash instead of parens. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. There it goes. Look at that. Aha! No parens. With theme ID. Separated by dash. Let's pull up the game server app. No. Delete that one. That one's getting the server. There it is. And so now we have a functioning Valheim server. Nice. All right. So I think so now it's downloaded the game. All right, let's go through my steps. What do my steps look like? Okay, got that. Create a directory for the game server, create a server folder, load up the game server Docker file, use these DMTNT and call all the game files. So I'm here. Now I need to find and replace on the start script. Create a new server runtime container. So this is the model. This is downloading game content. All right, let's do this, that. Okay, so let's take a look first at using Steam CMD. Let's look at that start script for that one. Test root, Valheim server, start server.sh. I have, it's just a new code still. So start server.sh. Like this. I don't know if this is how I want to do it. Private const string start server script name is equal to start sh. Is that right? Start server.sh. Yep. Private const string start script content. I want to get rid of that. So after I've done that, I will file.delete path.combine server path start server.sh write all text path.combine .sh start script content, and I actually have that as a variable. Start server script name. To put this one in code. Let's delete that. All right, restart. All right, downloading the game yet again. Okay, so there, now it's done. Server. Oh, look at that, it rewrote the thing. Looks perfect. That's done. I just realized I haven't got 5 done. All right. So test me. This is now download val time. Notes. So now I've done that. Now I've got to create the runtime container and start it. So that is going to be again here. So I'll put the new Docker file there. And then I will build the image. How do I want to manage the Docker file? Actually, I'll probably do the same thing I did up here with this. I'll just do private const string Docker file contents. 2. Now let's come. No, wrong folder. There we go. Docker file contents. All right, so I've got download game content. I'm going to say public void create runtime container. So I will game server path in game root folder. File dot write all text path dot combine server path root folder, and Docker file contents. First, write the content of the Docker file out to the game server root path slash Docker file. And now, oops, itchy head. Gonna do basically this thing again, except that this time, let's say it's gonna be path not combine these two only. Like that. This game root path. And now the command to run is docker build -t Valheim run server. It'll be in that root path. I'm gonna say run server app. Create runtime container. Model dot create runtime container. Start. Well, there goes. It built the app. It built the container. Check it. Did it do it? I did tag it, right? Oh, maybe I'm in the wrong images. There we go. Server app, there it is. I got it. Sweet. All right, now we're gonna start the server. Model. Void start server. Let's copy all this again. Now, to start the server, I'll run it detached. I need to get to those data files. Combine server path, game root folder. What are they called here? Game root folder and server. Oh, I fucking copy and pasted, stupid thing. Server path, PowerShell. And the command to run is this. Docker run. So this server path. Data, the ports, Valheim run server -app. model dot start server and restart it. So it's going to check the download, make sure it's up to date. Which will update the files. App is up to date. Building the image, starting the server. There it is. Server app running. Valheim. So now I still have to pass in password, some of the other settings. Take a look at those fields while the game is still loading. It's in the start script. So server name, world, I don't know what that means, and password. Okay, make a copy of this script to avoid it being overwritten by Steam. You need to make sure the ports. World is dedicated. What are the world options? Somewhere I got Valheim's documentation. Here we go. Okay, setting up the dedicated server. Create a batch file. So name is world name. Your world file name. That must be something that gets created. There must be a dedicated. Yeah, I don't know where that file's at. Anyway, the game is ready. There we go. Secret. wrong password. What? I must have typed it wrong. Secret. I must have said secret. I don't know. Wrong password. Oh, okay. That's because... Actually, I'll back this up for now. It's because it's got paren or quotes around it, I think. Wrong password. Actually, I could just go look at it and see what it actually says, right? Well, that actually looks right. What the hell did I do? Oh. Yeah, no, that's correct. Huh. Nope, not caps lock. S-E-C-R-E-T. Weird. All right, well, let's see if I can go log on to the server. Exec. Cat start server.sh. That's correct. I don't know. I think I broke it. My server. Word is secret. That's exactly what I typed in. All right, I'm going to give it one more shot. If it doesn't work, I'm going to bed. And then I'll worry about it another time. Why isn't it loading? Does it ask me again for another question? Wrong password. I don't understand why it thinks it's the wrong password. I don't know. We're gonna stop it. All right, good enough for tonight. I'm tired. My brain is not functioning anymore. So, oh, speaking of which, I think that's what we're gonna call it for tonight. I have documented the steps reproduced, so I can call that one done too. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Call it an evening, and I will not probably stream tomorrow because I have a show. I'm gonna go see Beetlejuice, so I will be otherwise occupied. But I should be back on Sunday. We'll see what we can do then. All right, until Sunday, take it easy, everybody.